Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So first off, shout out to Leezy here on the Alliance. He's spamming with emotes, so I figured I'd make his day by giving him a little shout out here before we take flight on this flight path. And today's video is actually inspired by one of my friends, Sniper. He is a hunter here on Sod who has DM'd me a lot and has been in communications with me pretty much all of Season of Discovery, and he brought this idea to my attention. I figured, why not? Let's talk about it, see what we can come up with, and see what you guys think. So the idea is, would a Sod Fresh do good or not? And I will definitely elaborate on that more. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the question is simple. Would a Season of Discovery fresh launch server be successful, or would it end in catastrophic failure? Now, Season of Discovery, actually, in itself, from what we saw in Phase 1, which was insanely successful, to now, has undergone so many changes. You can tell this just by literally going to my channel. I think over half of my videos, we're approaching the 500th video mark for Season of Discovery, and a lot of them since Phase 2 are just patch notes and just covering changes, ideas, thinking about stuff like this, subjects. And Sod has that potential to be anything, really, whatever the devs want to make it into. And just from where we came from Phase 1 to all the way to Phase 6 and where we're at now, it's almost a completely different game when we look at the rune system, what was added, what was kept, what was changed. We look at balancing. Phase 1, wildly imbalanced for Season of Discovery. And then to Phase 6 here, where every class except for like Arms Warrior, which no one plays as a PvE spec anyway, it's definitely a two-handed PvP spec. Every class is like within 5 to 10% DPS wise, and that is a really good balance to achieve, and honestly incredibly hard to do. You don't really see that happen very often, even in retail today. Some classes are just always better. And what's awesome about Sod is those classes are even rotating, right? You usually get Hunter at the very beginning of the launch patch. That's been true for a while now. But then like the casters, warlocks, mages switch up, shadow priests, boomkins even. And that in a classic setting is really good, because if we look at classic, it's literally warriors and mages, and that's it. Warriors are number 1, mages are number 2, and that is pretty much it for DPS. If you want to be melee, if you want to be caster, those are the choices. And when we take it into Sod, it has just been vastly different. So what would my idea of a fresh Sod look like? One, while I did truly enjoy the phasal launch of like locking us to 1 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was good fun. But seeing the in-game raids, seeing where we're at with these, I think giving us the pure 1 to 60 launch, but leaving the level up dungeons in to do exactly what those are, level up raids, whatever the formal name is, to play them to level up, get good gear, and keep going. Not meant to be this weekly sit here at in-game, because they're just like, it's just not the in-game raiding experience, in my opinion. And having your class locked at those spells, it really misses out on a lot of the core bread and butter. But here in Sod and what we saw for this past year, I think it was a really fun experiment and fun to launch. But if we ever get a fresh Sod server, I would want to see us just go 1 to 60, especially after doing it on anniversary. I know it does benefit the people who can play the most, obviously, which is me. But getting to like there's something about that fresh grind that, oh, I need to log in, I need to do this. Like, it creates a feel and a want, and then before you know it, type /played and you're at 9 days already, and you're like, damn, where did the time go? And it is just insanity. That's pretty much where I'm at on anniversary, if you were wondering, with my mage and everything I've been doing there. But I really think that Sod Fresh could be a fun little thing to do. Only would want it if they truly have nothing else, no other plans built. because of those reasons. Like, it'd be really cool to see Sod in its final form, like what we see at least now in Phase 6. We could have more with Nax, but knowing everything, people would know what classes to pick, people would know what to go into, because there are a lot of people that simply just play these games, World of Warcraft, MMO, as high-end raiders, and they only want to be the best DPS. Like, they do not care about class fantasy, they do not care about race fantasy, they do not care about anything other than their name being on top of that DPS meter and just absolutely cranking. And so there are quite a lot of players that are like that as well. And so with Sod, knowing numbers, knowing the end result, knowing that ended point, where we're headed, what we're going to see at Nax, or even if we do by some miraculous way get Phase 8, and we see a Scarlet Citadel, we see a Karazhan Crypts raid as well with other gear, or if Sod, somehow goes into TBC or gets any truly new end raid other than Extremis, which I doubt as of now, but the dev team is always working hard. They've said Sod is not over, Nax is not the end point, so we'll see what we get with that. But I really hope that Sod continues, because Sod has been a really enjoyable experience this past year. And so when we talk about Sod Fresh, there's just, that it might reignite that spark. It might get people excited. No, not having to be stopped at 25 might draw a lot of players back in that, gave up on it at some point during the journey. The biggest point would be Phase 3. Phase 3 is where it truly bottomed out and hit rock bottom. And I think that was largely due to, one, incursions, which they are well aware of. I don't need to talk about those ever again. I've made it very clear where I stand on those. And then Sunken Temple being 20-man at level 50 and being as hard as it was, as well as we launched Cataclysm during that Phase 2. So there was just a lot competing with it. It was like, I'm good. I might come back and try it when I'm 60. And I think a lot of people did that. So having the full cadence, having the full balancing, the full professions, the full knowing everything you can go into and build, that's what people get addicted to, I think. I'm addicted to Anniversary, and I only played it for content and friends. Like, I wasn't super stoked about doing it all again personally, but then I got into the world. I got addicted to it. I wanted to play it. I wanted to get max level. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I just fell in love with Classic WoW all over again, and it has been truly awesome. So maybe, just maybe, we might see a Sod Fresh, and it might be successful. Obviously, this is the season, and this is a purely hypothetical. I have absolutely no information that they plan on doing it, but it was something my friend Sniper DM'd me about, and I wanted to, share it with you guys and see what you had to say and think about it. So let me know at the bottom, do you think Sod Fresh would be successful? And until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey you. Yes you. Are you still there? Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.